Can you guess what kind of flower that is? It's one of my favorite kinds of fruits. Hey, Harvey here, and today's episode is about pineapples. So each one of those flowers turns into an actual pineapple. It is very easy if you're in tropical or subtropical areas, or even possibly up north if you have a real good greenhouse setup to grow pineapples. And I'm going to show you my pineapple forest while I explain about how they work. So typically when you plant a pineapple, it takes about 2 years for it to produce. That first year you plant it, you won't usually get pineapples. And then after that, it'll produce consistently for a few years, and then it'll eventually produce a little tiny baby pineapple that doesn't have very much flavor. When it does that, you know it's time to basically rip that pineapple plant up. It's not going to produce after it produces that last little baby pineapple. This has all been fully pollinated. They do self-pollinate, and then they grow into bigger things, and eventually you end up with these. Typically speaking, you will have little pups coming up on the side, so you can twist the top off of these plants, but you also have little baby ones that you can take off the edge. So I'm going to do that real quick to show you what I mean. See, they're not very strongly attached, and I've got one over here, and I'm going to leave this other one on this plant, and that can just come up to be the new main stem. But typically, every time you harvest a pineapple, see, you'll have a few little pups coming up on the side, and this is a really unique pineapple. This actually has 3 baby pineapples on the top that you could actually twist off separately if you're really careful. So I'm going to show you real quick how you plant a new pineapple, and they're very easy to do. They don't like intense sun when they first get planted. So if you're going to put it in full sun, make sure you give it real nice, good, rich soil. You know, they come from volcanic regions, so don't just put them in like a nutrient-deprived sunny spot. It'll probably kill them. So I'm going to show you how this is done. So I'm going to try to hold this camera. I'm going to actually have to hold it with my foot to show you, because I'm holding the other side with the camera. But you want to twist this off. Some people will try cutting it here. When you cut it here, you end up with some fruit that is going to be rotting, and you can actually limit your chances of having a healthy pineapple. Also, when you're looking for these at the store to plant in your garden, make sure that it's not dying in the middle. If you have any signs of yellowing in the middle or browning, you want to not get that pineapple to try to transplant. You want a nice, healthy, green, fresh look. Also, these pineapples, when you let them ripen up in your yard, they are so sweet. They're sweeter than anything you've ever had in the store. Sometimes you eat a pineapple and it's so sour, and like the next day, it's almost like it cuts up your mouth a little bit. You don't really have that with these. It's as simple to plant these as doing this. I try to space these out like 1.5 feet. I've got them over here like in a triangle pattern, so they've got about maybe 12 to 16 inches on every side. I'm just gonna kind of continue the pattern, and I'm just twisting a corkscrew in or something. I'm just a gentle twist into the ground. Didn't go very deep, just to kind of show you. This edge, the part where it's dirty, it'll kind of start producing roots out the edge. You want to be really careful in the amount of compost you're using. If you use fresh compost, or if you chop up leaves of a pineapple and put a lot of them right next to another pineapple plant, you can actually sometimes cause rot to spread, to the next pineapple, and then that pineapple will die. These things really like to be planted in the ground if you can, and the best place to do that is in a place with good drainage, so kind of raise it up a little bit and give it plenty of nutrients. You're going to want at least a 5-gallon pot if you're going to try to get actual fruit production. But I would also recommend be careful, because raccoons love pineapples. Once they get to this real bright yellow, this smells like pineapple from here. A lot of animals will recognize that, and fortunately we don't have any animals who are really attacking our pineapple plants here, but I have some friends that they do have some lossage of pineapple-age. They have chicken wire fences around them. Once they start to turn yellow, that's when you can pick them. Typically the ones you get in the store, they pick before they even start to turn colors, and then ship to an airport, and then it's like a refrigerated situation where their growth is stunted, and by the time you get them at the store, they might start to turn colors a little bit, but they won't get to really get their full sweetness because of the fact that they were in that refrigerated system for a while, and these are tropical fruits. Anywho, don't try eating those pineapples under the sea. Make sure that you're eating the ones from above the ground, because under the sea they're just gonna have a lot of bacteria. Anyway, I'm glad that I got to harvest a few of these before I go on my road trip, and as I go on this road trip, I'm going to be meeting with some other gardeners, showing you some of the tricks that they've learned too. If you're interested in the health benefits of pineapples, make sure to check the description of this video. There's a link to an article on health benefits of pineapples, So you should definitely check that out. We really appreciate your support. Anyway, happy gardening to all you all out there. I will see you next time.